Hey everybody, how you doing? Superfiend here, and welcome back to Planet Coaster Whacky World. We are building this monorail platform, monorail area for the pirate-themed portion of our park. And where we left off was just, we built in kind of like this, I don't know, cobblestone or whatever kind of floor. And we got the monorail exit and the monorail queue entrance going up into here, and then we threw down a couple of these little buildings to kind of start dressing it up as a village or like a little bustling center of activity or commerce or who knows what, something that some area where the pirates got together and conducted business, I guess would be the best way to say it. Let's continue. We got some more of these buildings. They're just sitting over here. Let's grab some more of them and let's kind of fill this stuff in just a little bit more, right? And so how do we want it to look? And then we're going to need to put some fence on the monorail track, and so we'll work on that in just a moment too. But for now, guys, this building was deceptively higher when it was floating than I thought it was. Okay. I'm going to put this about like right here. Okay, and we can kind of just turn this one this way. And it's a little bit lower than the ground. So two ways to fix it. One is to bring the ground up, and the other is to extend these tiles out this way. We're just going to stick with that one for now. What is making that noise? It must be the trapdoor. It's supposed to activate on a trigger. When I was down here, every now and then I'd hear like a dunk dunk. I think it's the trapdoor opening and closing, but now it's not doing it. All right. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's move this one over. And we're just gonna keep building this up. Making it look nice and spiffy. Actually, matter of fact, let's get a little bit more variation in here. Let's go to the blueprints, building, small building. Okay, I made these 3x1 buildings too. So I have these. We could put these down, and we also have these buildings that have towers. Okay, I don't know if we'll be using those over here. Looks like there's a giant piece floating out the back of this. Okay. And where are my other buildings? Where's the other buildings I made? They're in here somewhere. Maybe they're large building. Other building. Okay, all buildings. Here's my little, okay, these are the wood shacks. There they are, the brick shacks. So all these little wood shacks that I've been putting down, I have identical buildings. Let's just plop these in there for right now. And let's grab a couple of these, shall we? Let's see. Yeah, I like this one. So we're going to use these to add a little extra flavor and variety in here. Okay, I'm going to lift this one up slightly off the ground to there. And now we'll put this one. So we're going to go wood, brick. And when I say wood, brick, I mean the walls on the right building are wood. This building is brick. And then this one is wood. So let's see. There goes that sound again. I swear, it's the trap door. There! It's the trap door. Gotcha. Gotcha in the act. But it's activated on a trigger. Why? What's it doing? I don't get it. Now it's doing nothing. So, like what? When we advance move the building, it decides to animate? Why would it do that? I guess that makes sense if you're moving around animatronics with the advanced move tool. You want them to animate so that you can make sure it's not going to collide You know, because if you're doing the advanced move tool, you're moving something from here to there. You want to make sure that as you get it over here, that it has the full room for the animation. That makes a lot more sense for something like the Kraken or some of the bigger animatronics. I don't know that it makes a whole lot of sense for trapdoors, but okay, I feel comfortable with that explanation. That's why it does it. And let's go ahead and get this building. And spin it around this way. Yeah, I like this one. I don't like it down there. I like it up here. Let's see. Trapdoors again. Ooh. Can we put the planters in the path? Would that be breaking protocol? Would that be bad if we did that? Let's see. Right about there. Okay, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, right? And let's see. Let's get another. Let's get one of these buildings with the tower. Ooh, these are all one building. Okay, so we need to select, duplicate, and let's delete that too. Okay, split. Okay, and where do we want to put this guy? It's a big building. I mean, do we want to put it back over here? I suppose it looks okay, right? Yes, I'm okay with it. Okay. So as they come in on the monorail, it comes this way. So choo choo, and you're like, wow, look at this, we're in the pirate village. It's so cool. Although I feel like we want to have. Okay, let's put the fence down so that we know exactly where we can put the buildings, because we need to know where the guests are going to be walking, and they're going to be walking basically all along this line. So let's add some fence, and for this fence, let's see. I notice that everything in my game is starting to load a little bit slower sometimes. And it takes my game forever to load from the loading screen now too, and the park's not even that big. And I've got a pretty powerful computer system, so I'm surprised that it's kind of taken as long as it does now, with even just kind of how quote unquote small I feel this park is. Although there is quite a bit of scenery. I did just check. There's like 10,000 scenery pieces in the park. And just this pirate area alone has 4 coasters. That includes the monorail and the Stingray thing over here. And then it's got like 4 more non-track rides. So there's like 8 attractions that, you know, are over here as part of this park. So it's not entirely small. And then some of these other buildings and things, they do have a lot of scenery pieces in them. But still, it's taking the game quite a while to load. And I've got one of those SSDs. That's the, that new form factor, the NVM.2 or whatever it is. I can't remember. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be faster than SATA 6 even. And sometimes the game takes, slow. It takes like a whopping 25 seconds to load. I consider that slow. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Which fence is going to be better? The rope fence is nice. I do like the rope fence. That's the wrong one. Okay. Now the stockade fence. Okay. And what about the rough western fence? Can we make the rough western fence fit in here? I don't know. I don't know that I like it. Is this basically the same thing but wider? Okay, let's look at this one too. I don't think we'll be using this metal fence, but I just want to put it down to kind of see how I like it, see how it looks. And yeah, it's not spectacular. So what are the merits of each of these fences? You know, the wood fence isn't bad, but it is just kind of out of place up here. I wish we had like another variation of pirate fence, but I don't even know what it would look like if we had one, which is probably why we don't have one. Frontier probably didn't know either. I like these ones. I like the little pirate stockade fence. The only thing I don't like about it is it takes like 2 of them to cover the same distance as the rope fence. So I get the feeling that maybe graphically they're just more intensive, and we'd be better off using these because we put down fewer of them. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if one of these is really more taxing on the hardware than the other, because it's really, this is just a texture. Okay, there's like no holes in this thing. There's no actual holes in this thing. I don't think that there's actual holes. I don't think that these are all little triangles being drawn to represent this. I think it's just a big, let's see, it's probably a big triangle like this and another big triangle like that. Those are the 2 polys, and then they put the texture map, and it's got some transparency on it so that you can see through, and maybe they put the texture on both sides. I'm inclined to think it works like that, whereas this one has more 3D models in it. So I don't know. Okay, I'm spending too much time thinking about it. Okay, I definitely am not going to be using the metal ones. And I think for now we're going to do the rope because they're bigger and we need fewer of them. And I want to line this up exactly with the ground. So let's reset the rotation, go to move. Let's see, hit F, and that gets it centered right there. And now if we do angle snap, gosh, it really doesn't seem like it's centered in this piece, does it? Because when we do this, like, what the hey? Okay, move. Okay, reset rotation. There's the default rotation, right? So this should be like 15 or... What is it? Is it not part of this building? Okay, let's try again. Fence. Okay, that's one building. This is a separate building. Okay, let's try it this way first. It's rotating according to the world, and the building is at a slightly off rotation. That's why. That's why. Okay. There we go. That should be mostly straight. And then they go about right here, because the guests are going to use up all this space. Okay. I don't think this is going to go all the way to the end like this, but that's how we're going to do it for now. We'll just do 3, and then we can do all 3 at once. Okay, and I can see that we got the alignment wrong because they're starting to skew. They're going to intersect with this little guy down here. It's okay. We'll try to fix it all at once later. Okay, and what we'll do here is we'll kind of rotate this one a little bit off like that. Okay, that works good. We get rid of this one, and then all of these ones. Kind of run this way. And then let's try to straighten them out a little bit. Twice. Okay, let's see. I wish there was a way to like do rotations by tapping the mouse so you can do like 1 degree at a time. But that's pretty close to perfect, huh? pretty close. Okay, and then now we'll deselect this one and bring these ones down here. And then this one over here will get the same treatment as that one on the other side. Okay, there we go. And then let's fix these ones, because these ones are a little crooked too. That looks good. And then now we can take all of these and we'll just slide them across to the other side. Control X. Zoop. And then this one, we can go here. And this one can just go on this side. Right? Right. Okay, is it perfect? Absolutely not. Does it look a little bit better? Yes, it does, because now we know where the guests can go and can't go. It also helps us to see something else. Like, for example, this building needs to go back because we need to have room for the people to get into the doorway here. This one's okay. And let's see, what do we got going on over here? Okay, these ones are on this side. Okay, and this one needs to go back too. Okay. So it kind of helps to answer a few extra questions about how does this whole thing look, right? And let's see. These ones are okay. In fact, this one can even come forward a little bit. Let's crowd a little bit. Scooch in and get a little cozier. Okay. And then I'm happy with the way these ones are placed. I don't like all this over here. I don't know what we're going to do about it, but I'm not happy with it right now. And let's see. What else? What else do we do? What else do we do? You know, I'm half considering changing the path to be on top. To be on top of the tile here. That may look better. That may look better if we did that. And the way we do that is we just move this down just a little bit, right? Yeah, well, I think we'll have to redraw the path. Okay, cancel. I'm kind of thinking it'll be better if we have a different path walkway going through here. This one, I think, needs to go back just a tiny bit. Okay, that works. And the reason I say that is because it will make it easier to make the transition from this this texture to the path texture if the path texture is just consistent throughout. And it may just look nicer. Because then we'll just get one more extra texture that's up in here to help break this all up and make it less uniform. Right now, having all the square, I don't know what these are, flagstone or whatever, having them all over is very uniform. I want to break it up a little bit with something. Not entirely sure what. Not entirely sure what. Let's grab another one of these buildings though and drop. Let's see. This one. Now, ideally, I would like it. I'd like to have room for buildings on both sides. I would. So to get buildings on both sides, we'd actually have to make this whole thing more narrow. Okay, that guy has picked an interesting Steam icon. I hope he's using like the peaceful symbol. All right, let's see. If you don't know what I'm talking about, up here there was a little notification from some guy that friended me in Mortal Kombat, and he's got a very interesting profile icon. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Okay, so if we put that right there, I kind of like that. And then I want to have room for buildings to be facing both ways. I want to get like a building right here too, so that as you come in, you know, you can, like, there's buildings on this side, buildings on that side, but I want to see the doors on this side. But I don't know. I guess we could build like a little patio back here, and that would look okay. Yeah, that could work, right? If we just put a little patio on that one. Okay. I guess we'll do it that way instead. Let's grab one more smaller one. Let's go with this, no, not with the nets on the side. It's not going to fit. Okay, let's try it. Oh. Let's try this one with the nets. I don't think it's going to fit, but we can try. And we could just swap it with the other building there. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll put this one here. And then we'll put this one over here. Okay. We'll go kind of like this. And we'll rotate it a little bit for the path. We are definitely going to have to clean things up a little bit in here with the path. Because this is just not going to work the way it is right now. It's just not going to work. Now this one, though, maybe slide it over here now. Yeah, this kind of works, right? Let's put it there, and let's go into the editor for this one. And I don't know if I want to get rid of this entirely. So what we can do is, I don't know, maybe if we delete that and grab these three. Oh, no, not this nonsense. Okay, cancel. Maybe we can just shrink it back. Let's see. Okay. So now that we've done that, is there a way to get this thing like shoved up against here? Yes, look at this. This is good. I like this. You got a little fruit market right here, right? That's cool. And now we don't need the little patio over here. And what else? What else could we do? Could we do any other interesting things? Just trying to think. Just trying to think. What else would be interesting? What could we do in here? You know, I kind of feel like I want a little building over here. Maybe maybe if we just grab one of these wood ones. Okay, let's grab this one. We're gonna put this one right here, and we're gonna turn it into like a little tiny building. Okay. All right, so we'll do this. And we're going to get rid of, okay, we're going to get rid of the boat and all of these. We're not going to keep that. And let's see. Okay, we get rid of the munitions on top. And we'll just move all these barrels onto this side. Okay. So again, this is using my you know, my philosophy of build it once and then reuse it later. And I was considering getting rid of the trapdoor, but we kind of can't get rid of the trap. We can't get rid of the trapdoor if we got barrels up top. They have a way to get up here to get to the barrels. So we'll do it like that. Now what we'll do is we can pretty much get rid of like most of this stuff. Let's take the flag. Okay, see, so by taking something that we've already built and just modifying it, it makes the whole process a little bit faster. Okay, let's get rid of that wall and get rid of that. And get rid of these two things. And get rid of that wall, those two windows, and that. And then now, all of this stuff. Okay, so this has the stone queen thingies. So we're going to get rid of these support beams, because all of this is going to come over, right? Missing anything? And I guess we could bring this too. And maybe these. Okay, so we're going to move all of that and put it right there, right? Now, as we get rid of things here, yeah, look at that. And then what happens if we move this? Are there little things nested in there? What do we got nested in here? We got 1, 2. And we get rid of this lantern here because we have a lantern right there. In fact, let's just move this lantern and put it right there instead. And then let's take this. Put it back where it was. Now look at that. Now it's like a little shack, you know, like he's the guy that kind of like keeps an eye on stuff here. I like it. It works. Although I think we could introduce a little bit more variety into it if we were to rotate these up by a couple ticks. Okay. Look at that. That's cool, right? I like that. And maybe we get rid of one window and just make it one window over here, and then we'll lift it up just a little bit. And then on the back, we can actually get rid of those because nobody can see them. And we'll leave the two windows on this side, but we'll raise them up a little bit. Okay. And we could even go through here. Like if we really wanted to cut down scenery pieces, we could start like removing stuff all in the back here and other things. I don't want to do that though because this ride is going to come out of here and they may be able to see some of this. So I want to leave the details there for now, but it's something that we could always think about taking out later to squeeze a little bit extra performance out of the park, right? So I kind of like this. Let's see how this looks now when they come in here, right? So they're coming in on the monorail and they come into the little village here. And they get off and they cruise down here and they are right and proper in pirate area. And when they get on the monorail, it's a little bit less exciting from this side, but as they come up, so we definitely kind of want to add a little bit more going this way if we can, but they cruise through here and then they get onto the monorail. Some of them will be back here. You got all this cool stuff to look at, and then they'll come through here. And I think what we'll do is we'll kind of build a couple more towers and a tunnel, and then they'll go through the tunnel and they'll come out the back or something. But the monorail is not going to travel this whole length underground. I don't think that would work. I don't think it's going to work that way. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. And when we actually do open this, we kind of want the monorail stations to be equidistant from each other. And gosh, you know, thinking about it now, one of the things I had planned to do was put a monorail station in the back here for this area. But if we do that, if we put the monorail station in the back for this one, then these two stations are going to be like right on top of each other, and that's going to screw up the timing of the trains. Ah, no, future problem. Future problem. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's fix this path, okay? Because I did say I think I was going to take this path and put it on top, and so I think we're going to do that. I don't think it needs to be an 8M path. I think it could be more narrow than that. I think it was 7 actually over here. I think we could go down to like 4 or something if we had to. So the way we're going to do it, go back to path, and let's go ahead and let's do the colorful cobblestone. And let's get all the goodies on our path. And let's do select grid. And we're just going to get a 4. Okay, can we get like somewhere in the half? Okay, that's a good spot right there, right? No, it's not. It's a bad spot. Bad spot. Undo. I want it to be on top, which means if you want it to be on top, we got to put one right there. Now we can do path, select grid. Okay, let's move it out here. That way it's easier to get his grid piece. There we go. See, now it's on top, right? Now it's on top. It's not on top. Why is it not on top? Is it because of the terrain? Do we need to push the terrain down a little bit? Let's try that. Because you can't see the terrain, so it doesn't matter. So let's go about 10. Okay. We're going to push the terrain down, and then we're going to flatten, like, all through here. So now the path is not on the terrain, right? Okay. And what does that end up looking like down here? What happened here? Okay, let's see, where's that? That's in the building. That's not over here. So the terrain doesn't want to go down over here because of the coaster station, I am thinking. Let's see. Push. No, it did. I don't know what the problem was. Okay. Let's come in here. It's always tricky to like get your paths and things looking good, I think. It's worth the effort. It's just... Yeah, see, okay, now it's on top, so I don't know what the problem was. Okay, and let's deselect the grid. And let's go 5 wide. That's a little too long. Okay, so 5 wide, 6 wide. Can we cut through here with 6? Okay, maybe now we go down to 5. No! No, the monorail station. Okay, so we got to perform surgery. Let's select this building. Okay, and we need to drop it down just a tiny bit. So like there. Okay. Now we're gonna have to move all the buildings down too, but it's okay. It's gonna be worth it. You know, we're gonna get it looking right. Just takes patience. Okay, so right there, deselect grid. Okay, let's try again. There we go. Look at that. And the extra texture that the path has, I think, looks even better. I think it looks even better. Now, how do we transition the path over here to this terrain? Oh, gosh, that's a good question, huh? That's a good question. I think what we need to do... How we do it? I think we need to pull the terrain up a little bit here. Just a tiny bit. And then we gotta, like, flatten it to, like, here. No. Okay. Now, this might work. So the terrain is just underneath the tile here, right? So now if we do paths and we do our cobblestone, okay. Okay, so what we want is I don't want it to connect. Stop connecting. No. Okay, get rid of this one. What's it doing? Why is it dropping down? No, I don't want that. Just stay flat. Is it because it's Is it because it went and sunk onto the floor? Is that it? Okay, this is gonna be a little finicky. Okay, we need to pull the terrain up like a tiny amount right here. Okay, and then flatten to that. And go back to path. Okay, do a little bit more. I'm gonna get it. Ooh, okay, almost. It's almost there. Okay, let's try select grid. Okay, and then deselect grid. Terrain to uneven. Terrain to uneven. Okay, let's push it down a little bit. Okay, and flatten. Oh man. Okay, here we go. This is better. Okay, we want this to stay like all the way up to here. Almost. Okay. There, that's what we want. That's just about what we want, right? And so now, okay, this is gonna be kind of hard because now we need to transition down to here. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, okay. Terrain. What do we need to do? We need to smooth. Not what I had in mind. Okay, chisel. Yeah, okay, because now this path is here. It doesn't want to do it. Okay, let's see. Terrain. Let's increase the intensity. There we go. That did it a lot. And we made a nice hole in the ground. So now let's straighten that out and let's smooth. Can we smooth without creating like these rocky outcroppings? I want it to stay smooth. Okay, now let's see. Intersecting terrain. Oh my god. Paths in this game sometimes it's such a nightmare. Okay, let's pull the terrain up. And then let's flatten. Okay, let's see where that takes us, okay? Almost. But I don't want it to have to go like I want a more gradual descent than that. I really do. Oh boy, let's see. Let's get rid of that ugly little piece for now. Okay. So, you know, that's not terrible. It's not terrible. And what we could really do, okay, let's Okay, let's undo a little bit more, and let's okay, and let's really like kick this out this way. And then let's take this one. Make it 8 wide. And so now when they come out of here, they can branch off this way or branch off this way. It'll help split the traffic in two, basically. And I think that'll work pretty good. And let's see, the other thing we want to do, actually, let's undo all that and undo that. These are not 8M paths. So as soon as we get to the floor down here, we want to switch to our 8M. Okay, and then we'll come over here, and this is 8M. Let's smooth this. Can we smooth this? Yeah, okay. We can't lower and smooth that. It puts them too close to the monorail track. Ah, okay. There. Oh, but why does he got to put the path support right in the, or the track support right in the path? Okay. There we go. Do I like the fact that it ew, I don't like that. Could do it here. Yeah, okay, we'll do it there. So when they come out of here, they can cruise down this way, and then they'll branch off and go here, or branch off and go there. The one thing that I really don't like about this, I absolutely don't like it, but there's really not much we can do, is the mechanic. He's got to walk all the way up here. But with this ride in here, this ride's exit's got to be like somewhere over here. So the mechanic can handle these two stations. So I guess that'll work okay, right? That'll work okay. And where are we at time-wise? We can do a little bit more. So now let's go in and let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of some of this stuff in the back here that we can't even see, right? Let's just hack some of that away. Don't think we need all that. We can always add it back later if we want to. And then right here, we need to terrain, flatten to foundation. Let's just kind of flatten this out. Okay, I guess maybe we got to put some of those pieces back, the floor pieces, but not a big deal. Okay. And then we'll flatten some more. And we'll figure something out over here on this side. I'm not overly concerned about it. And let's just carve a hole here for the track. Okay. Something like that. And let's see. Okay, since we lowered this thing down, now we can see the monorail station. I guess that's okay. Okay. And we can hack away these two and this one and that one. Okay, so we got a few extra pieces like going up in here, and we'll be able to do something about them. But I'm pretty happy with the way like this turned out so far. The other thing we need to do is now we need to take all these buildings and we need to lower them all just slightly, right? So let's see, let's go over. Okay, so let's just look at the little floor piece on this one here. Okay, that pretty much fixed that one, right? So now let's fly around and look at the others. Yeah, they all look pretty good now. Okay, we could go a little bit lower over here. And it looks like this one could go a little lower too. There. And let's check it with the lights off. See how it looks. Okay, so you come up this way. Oh, it's cool. As you get this nice view of the tall one right there. Come over. We got to get some of the music playing too. We got to get some music over here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Where would the music go? We got to have music, right? When you get off of this thing, there's got to be music playing over here. Let's put it on this building. So we'll edit and we'll go into scenery. And where are they? They're in the props? No, special effects, audio. It's been a while since I've done any of this stuff. Ambient. I think ambient's the one that we want. What is a display speaker? I don't know what a display speaker is. What's it do? Park speaker display. Okay, yes. Scenery, okay. What do I do with it? Where's the thing where you pick like the music? Okay, this doesn't make any sense. This can't be right. What the heck is this thing for? What do I do with it? Do you link it to like another piece that plays music? That would make sense. Park speaker display. Okay, so maybe they mean like display literally, as in it's just a park speaker only for display and it does nothing functional. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can't link these two together? Alright, whatever. Let's see. I don't get it. What do we want? Vanilla, Western, fairy tale, Holly. I know the pirate stuff is in there. So this is flat ride music. Let's see. No, how did this get switched back? Okay, let's try it. How did it get switched back again? What is going on here? Okay, let's see. You know, none of these really work for me. I'm going to go find some of my own music on the internet or something and make it better. That's what I'm going to do. This kind of works for now. Okay. You can kind of hear it. You can't hear it very well. I imagine because of the way I do my recordings and stuff that the volume in the YouTube video is actually probably too low for you to really hear much of anything. If that is the case, then I'm sorry. But okay, so we're going to put this little park speaker right there. I'm not even going to really try that hard to hide it. Other than maybe... Oops. Okay, we'll put it right here. Okay, it's a nice spot for it. And then let's get some of the ambient sounds. What can we pick? We'll just, we'll just put this like right here. Where are we gonna put this? We'll tuck it back in here, okay? Tranquil Forest, no. Miscellaneous, okay. Fairy tale, sci-fi. Pirate harbor, pirate sword fight, seashore, a rowdy pirate tavern, yes. Okay, so you can barely hear that. Audio, volume, soundtrack, mute menu, mute game soundtrack, sound effects. I want mute shop radio. The heck is shop radio? I don't know. I don't even know if I've ever heard that. Well, I'd like to make the music louder, but keep the game volume kind of lower. But, so, kind of sounds like there's inhabitants in these buildings now, and we got the neat music as you come out. So that really helps to liven up the area just a little bit. Could be better. But that's it. That's what we're doing for this episode. And what are we going to do when we come back in the next one? I think we need to kind of fill in something back here. Start building up the jungle brush that kind of goes up this way. And we also definitely need to liven up the entrance going into this thing. So those are two things that we're going to be working on when we come back in the next one. And of course, cleaning up this building. And we're going to have to work on this path a little bit. And then we'll do a little bit of reorganizing over here to kind of figure out how things are going to go here. And that's going to help us figure out what is this coaster going to actually look like. I can't wait to build this thing. This thing's going to be really cool. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time and have a good afternoon.